Hello guys, today we will talk about orange economy. See, in the era of 21st century, measure of economic power is no longer limited. Or service is no longer limited. So, like for a country like India, orange economy is not only engine of growth but also strategic means to strengthen its soft power at the global level. What happened in Union Budget 2026-27? It placed countries' creative industries at the center of its service led growth strategy. So, this is the first time that the government has indicated its intent to measure mainstream orange economy, or you can call it also as orange economy or creative economy. So, orange economy, also known as creative economy, it also says that economic value is not a physical product but creative expression. So it's like creative industries have globally become part, and they have been contributing about 0.5 to 7% of GDP. So what is the significance of orange economy? Significance. Employment generation, industries like creative industries such as gaming, digital marketing, they provide handicrafts, they provide indirect employment to millions of people. Digital marketing, design, gaming, handicrafts, etc. Service, second significance is service sector led development. this orange economy, it accelerates growth in the service sector. So in turn, it increases activities in hospitality sector, tourism sector, media, advertising, etc. Next is expansion of soft power. Indian cinema, yoga, classical music, all these strengthen global economy. The exactly it strengthens the identity of India globally. Export promotion. Digital platforms, OTT services, all these Indian content is reaching global markets. So it has lead to increased export of cultural products. Now we will see that the key pillars of orange economy. So the most dynamic and technological component of orange economy is animation, visual effects, gaming, comics, and extended reality. In short term, you call it AVGC XR. So India has emerged as a global production base for these. In short, I'll just let you know thoda bahut about this. Indian firms, they are contributing to international films, advertisements, streaming content. Indian artists and engineers are now part of global workflows. Okay, and gaming industry, India has become one of the largest gaming industries in the world. Gaming is no longer a pastime, but it is a social space. The accessibility of mobile devices, it has expanded gaming into smaller towns and rural areas, and it has created a vast consumer space. So some government initiatives and institutional framework. First is, let's talk about the government initiatives. IICT, Indian Institute of Creative Technologies. It bridges the gap between training, infrastructure, and industry. Then education and skill development. It, to meet this future demand, around 15,000 secondary schools, labs, content creator labs in these schools, and 500 colleges, with the objective of preparing workforce of around 2 million professionals in this sector, education and skill development, by 2030. Next is WAVES. What is WAVES? World Audio Visual and Entertainment Summit. It brings together creators, startups, policymakers. So what happens? Exchange of ideas and investment opportunities. Create in India challenge. It identifies local talent and provides them a global platform. Local talent and provides them a global platform. Now, what are the challenges of orange economy? Rapid growth होने के बावजूद कुछ challenges है, like some structural challenges basically, like there is skill gap. See, the expansion of this orange economy, it depends on emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, AR, that is augmented reality, VR, that is virtual reality. So the current education and training systems, they are not sufficiently aligned with these technological advancements. Now what results? It results a mismatch between industry requirements, mismatch between industry requirements and workforce capabilities. We also need to have intellectual property protection का प्रॉब्लम हो जाता है. Vocal for Local initiative provide international platforms for local creativity. We need to incorporate rural art, crafts, cultural traditions into the creative economy. Okay, Vocal for Local you can highlight. Emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence, they should be used to enhance the creative capacity of artists rather than replace them. Okay. Then is infrastructure deficit. Growth of these creative industries, it requires high speed internet, digital studios, recording studios, digital production tools. So such infrastructure is required. Then there is limited access to capital. Creative startups which invest in intellectual property, okay, and innovative ideas rather than traditional physical assets. Traditional फिजिकल एसेट्स पे इन्वेस्ट नहीं करते हैं, किस पे इन्वेस्ट करते हैं? इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी एंड इनोवेटिव आइडियाज़ पे. सो व्हाट हैपन्स, दिस ट्रेडिशनल फिजिकल एसेट्स नहीं होता तो ये डिस्करेजेस banks and financial institutions from extending credit. Now, limited access to financial resources for innovation driven enterprises. So, I would just like to conclude that the orange economy is the real reason for realizing Viksit Bharat at the date 2047. For Indian economy, orange economy is not merely a source of revenue but also a powerful means to enhance its soft power, not only source of revenue. So when Indian films, music, yoga and cultural heritage, they reach global audiences through digital platforms, they create a positive image of India. Digital platforms. So this represents a modern form of cultural diplomacy that strengthens India's influence in trade and bilateral relations. That's all. Thank you guys.